Day 2 inside the cage as I'm stuck here trying to find the answers that I'm looking for. The answers as to what drives a certain man to pursue such projects that seem so god-awful on the surface. A question that even I can ask myself in this very moment. But I'm on a separate path than the man in question. A path that strives to not only answer why, but how. How can such a household name lower themselves to this kind of pitiful participation? Or am I missing something? Is there something more just underneath the surface that's begging to be found? As I find myself locked in this existence, I have no choice but to continue digging and clawing my way out. This is 7 Days Caged. Nicolas Cage is no stranger to the supernatural. I'm sure if you take a look at his entire filmography from the last 30 years, you'll see that witchcraft and wizardry have all played a massive role in his career. 2015's Pay the Ghost is another addition to that massive stockpile of bile, but this time it's different. This time he doesn't find himself cursed or seeking an apprentice. This time he finds himself at loss. The loss of something dear to him. In a horror thriller that not only challenges him as a man, but as a father. Pay the Ghost features intelligent and successful New York City professor Mike Lawford as he struggles to make time for his wife. Oh my god, is that Lori Grimes? Girl, what are you doing here? And child, as his constant overworking becomes a burden on his family and himself.
Shit.
On Halloween night, he finds the perfect opportunity for some one-on-one time with his son. However, on that fateful night, loses the one closest to him.
Where's Charlie?
I was holding his hand. I looked everywhere.
What are you telling me? You say you left him.
One year later, as this very loss has damaged both his career and marriage, Mike doesn't give up on the search for his son. And when ghostly images and visions of their child begin to haunt both Mike and his wife,
Charlie.
it brings them back together in a search that sets both of them on a mysterious and horror-filled investigation. It's really no wonder as to why this movie is as forgettable as not only Nick Cage's other more recent films, but recent horror films in general. Whether it's the boatloads of exposition.
She was a young widow with 3 children, living on the first New York settlement.
It is said that hate made her forget her true nature as a mother.
To return every year on that day. It is believed that there was one day a year when a clone could take someone to the other side.
Constant jump scares.
You okay?
Literal jump scares. And constant nods to the film's title, just in case you forgot what you were watching.
Can we pay the ghost?
Can we pay the ghost?
I gotta pay the ghost.
Can we pay the ghost? We pay the ghost. Pay the what?
Overall, this film didn't exactly serve as an answer to the burning questions I seek. It did, however, help a slight bit. You see, I've begun to notice subtleties in these films, short glimpses of uniqueness that tend to cause the faintest burst of excitement, if only for a fleeting moment. While I try to figure out just where Nicolas Cage fits into all this, it does make the process quite difficult when films like this feature such a minimal range of Nick's acting abilities. In a horror film that does a little too much showing and telling, the answers that I strive to find get too buried deep in the constant hoary cliches and fictional mythos. But I can't stop. There's too much to the puzzle, and until I find every piece I need, I'm stuck here. 7 Days Caged.